everybody? My name is Tamara and I run the beauty and travel blog loverofshades.com. Welcome back to my channel. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing if you're interested in my content, and then go ahead and hit the notification bell. Therefore, you're notified every time I release a video, which I try my best to do at least twice a week. So we're going to go ahead and continue on with the Shades Academy initiative. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I was drawing a blank today trying to figure out what look I wanted to do. So I reached out to some of my friends who are subscribers. So I want to shout out everybody. And I got a lot of great ideas, but I decided to settle on showing you guys how to achieve a glowy skin if you have oily skin, because I know when you think about it, putting two and two together, you're like, how could that work? But you absolutely can achieve it, and I want to go ahead and show you how. So if you want to know how to achieve glowy skin although you have oily skin, don't worry, I got you. Go ahead and check me out on the next frame and stay tuned. Okay, you guys, so before we get started, I just have a few disclaimers. The first thing is you may or may not hear background noise. If you do, I apologize in advance. However, I live in New York City, so there's not much I could do about it, but I will try to minimize it on the back end as I'm editing the video. The second thing is I went ahead and did my brows off camera for the sake of time. However, if you want to learn how to do feathered brows, please go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below or send me a DM on Instagram, and I will be sure to get that to you guys. Also, if you want a video on how to maintain your brows while you're still quarantining, because as you know, the country's going back, progressing backwards, let me know and I could also do a video on that too. Just go ahead and drop a comment in this comment section below or go ahead and give me a DM. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So I don't have anything else on besides the brows. So I want to start off for oily skin. It is very important that you prep your face or prime your face. So for the primer, I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This is by Milk Cosmetics. You've been seeing me use this in so many tutorials and so many videos. So all I'm going to do is just literally put a couple small pumps to get a dime size amount. You see that right there. And I'm going to take this and apply it over the skin. When you have oily skin like me, it could be a great inconvenience on makeup looks during the summertime, because it seems like no matter what you do, unless you're really focusing on powdering your face down, you're going to have oil penetrate through your makeup and through your makeup products. So we're going to try our best to minimize this as much as possible, which we will achieve. But I also want to give you guys a glowy look because summertime is here and we live for the glowy looks, okay? So after you put on your Hydro Grip Primer, the next thing you want to do is you want to powder your face. I'm going to use my black Opal Medium powder. This is lighter than my skin tone, so I might look a little crazy. I actually got this technique from Jackie Aina. I remember watching this video of hers like a few years ago. And we're just going to put it all over the face and kind of let it bake, because it's going to help really absorb that excess oil that would normally penetrate through our makeup products if we were just to go straight in. So right now, as you can see, I have some excess powder on my face. I'm going to let that sit for a couple minutes just because I really need it to absorb into my skin to pick up that excess oil. But while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and get ready for our foundation. So for the foundation, I'm using the color Kampala, and this is by Juvia's Place. This is also number 340 for the foundation. And this is for matte skin, which is a big plus. When you have oily skin, and you need to be honest with yourself, if you got oily skin, it's okay. It's okay, all right? If you have oily skin, you really need to try to shop and buy mattifying or matte liquid foundation, just because if you get regular foundation, you'll have to more than likely go harder on your powder application, and you still run in the chance of it bleeding, like the oil penetrating through the makeup product, and you don't have time for that. If you like me during the summertime especially, my skin could get so oily no matter how much powder I get if I'm not using a mattifying liquid foundation, and you could literally fry bacon on my skin. And if you like that, you ain't got time for that. So get you a mattifying or a matte liquid foundation. So what I'm going to do is on my palette, I'm just going to pour a little bit, not that much. because I actually don't need that much product. Also been real focused on my skin, y'all, so as you can see, I ain't all the way there, but it's starting to clear up, so give me my flowers, thank you. So while I'm sitting up here allowing my liquid foundation to get a little bit tacky, I want to just go ahead and sweep off just the excess powder. We don't want to sweep the powder totally off the face because again, we need it to absorb the oil. We just want to sweep it off to where we could start off with a pretty even base, okay? And we're still allowing the foundation to get a little tacky, but just like in my complexion video, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to tag it somewhere in the video, so check it out. It's a really good video. I'm going to go ahead and color correct because I do have, as you can see, a bit of hyperpigmentation, so I need to make sure my skin tone is even, especially for glowy looks, because we are going to use highlight products, and highlight could actually bring forth attention to problem skin, and you don't want that. And now I'm going to go ahead and take my foundation brush, and I'm simply going to just buff this into the skin. So next, let's move forward with the liquid foundation. Again, this is Kampala number 340, I want to say. This is 340. Yep, 340 by Juvia's Place. So here you notice I'm just literally buffing it into the skin because we want a clean complexion along with the little bit of powder we put underneath. And as you notice, also with my other complexion video, I didn't put that much liquid foundation onto the forehead because for me, my forehead is normally the first area where oil starts to seep through first. So I don't want that. I want to focus more on powder for that. Next, I want to go ahead and apply the concealer. So the concealer is also by Juvia's Place. This is their Magic Concealer in the shade number 12, I want to say. And I'll show you the color. The color looks like this. I'm also going to apply a little bit of the Fenty concealer. Let me see where that's at. That's more of a lighter golden color, but just a little bit because I really want to establish that highlight, which will also help with the glowy look. So for the nose contour, I'm going to use my Tarte foundation stick. This is in the color Rich Honey. I personally don't know and don't think that they even sell this anymore. I got this a long time ago, but I'm just going to go ahead and use it to contour. You could also use powder as well, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So before we go ahead and blend out the concealer, we want to let that dry just a little more. I'm going to buff out my contour first, and then therefore it could pull the look all together because I really want to show you how I go over with bronzer. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my sculpting brush, this is by Sephora, and I'm going to blend out the contour on my cheekbones, and I'm going to take a separate brush for my nose. If you need a refresher on this, I already have a video on this, so I'm just going to move quite fast. You could catch that on my complexion video. I will tag it somewhere here and also put it in the description box below. Okay, so I already went ahead and did the contour. I'm going to reinforce that with a little bronzing powder, but I'm going to do that in a second. Now it's time for us to blend out the concealer. Okay, so you already see the contour and how natural it looks because I put, you know, a little bit of a lighter concealer. Like I already had a light concealer with the Juvia's Place, but with the Fenty Beauty, it made it even lighter. But we like this because it really plays a part in helping you achieve glowy skin. So what I'm going to do right now is set everything that I've done on the face thus far. I'm going to go ahead and use the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. Now this is the original one, so I'm just going to go ahead and spray it. So I'm I'm using the California Beaming, and this is in the color Golden State, and this is by NYX Cosmetics. What I like about the powder is, although it's a bronzing powder, it actually has shimmer in it, and this is what you want for the glowy skin, okay? Next, what I want to do is go ahead and apply my blush. So the blush that I'm going to use is by Juvia's Place. This is the Saharan Blush Volume 2 palette. This is my oldie but goodie. I love this blush palette, if you guys can't tell. And I'm going to use these two colors right here. I want to add a little color so I can add some depth onto my cheeks, and also bring some color back to my cheeks. But I also want to add this Sola color here because it does have shimmer in it, okay? And you see how there's already a nice little natural glow? That's what we want. We don't want oily. We don't want too much shine. We don't want it oversaturated with shine. I'm just reinforcing with my sponge because, again, you don't want to walk around looking like you have an oil lick on your face. You just want something that's going to complement your skin. So I'm taking my highlight brush and I'm taking the Whisper of Guilt. And what I want to do is, you see, I'm holding it literally like this. I want to lightly tap this along my cheekbone to where I have a highlight, as you can see, because it's already like literally blinging. But what I want to do is take the butt of my sponge, as you can see what I'm doing now, and I really just want to blend that out. What I'm also going to do now is I'm going to take the Anglola. The Anglola here, I'm actually going to take the lid, because this loose powder is very pigmented. And same thing, holding it from the side, I'm just lightly tapping. You see? I could leave it like that. I might have brought it a little bit further down, but I'm gonna fix that if the sponge doesn't do it for me. Now, looking at my face, you could already see the glow, but I'm just going to enhance it just a little bit more. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Anglola powder and I'm going to just put it around my nose, the button of my nose, my Cupid's bow, and if I want to, I can do my chin. Some people like to do their forehead. I got a big ass forehead, if y'all can't tell already, so I don't like to go too far in on my forehead, but for the sake of this tutorial, I'm just going to, what I like to do, if you got a 5 head like me, what I like to do is I'll take my concealer brush, or even let me get an eyeshadow brush. I'll take an eyeshadow brush, and instead of doing my forehead, what I can do is underneath my brow. Just apply a little highlight underneath the brow. All right. Then what you do, as always, take your sponge, buff it out. And the final thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a mattifying setting spray. Now, this is also by Morphe. This is their mattifying continuous setting mist. Oh Lord, tongue tied. And I'm going to spray it all over, and then I'm going to buff it out or set it in with my sponge. As you can see, we have glowy skin, but it's not oily, it's not shiny. It's like right where we need it to be. Right where we need it to be. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed. I apologize about the background noise. If you guys have any questions, as always, go ahead and put them in the comment section below. Please don't forget to go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you can be notified anytime I drop a video. Also, while you're going ahead and subscribing, please go ahead and check me out on social media. You can find me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter at the username loverofshades. My blog will be back up by July 6th. That's a week from now. And until next time, take care, God bless, stay safe, because our COVID's coming back out in a drove, y'all, in droves, you guys. And until next time, I'll speak to you guys later. God bless. Bye.